This is Sega Love, Mario, not Nintendo Love. That went behind that cupboard. That's gotta be a pain to get. Damn it.
Ever since I was a kid, I've been a Nintendo fanboy. From the original NES to the GameCube and everything in between. Mario, Zelda, and Pokemon have always been a big part of my life. I never really had anything to do with Sega, so now as an adult, it's time to put aside the brand that has been with me for as long as I can remember, and show that speedy little hedgehog and his friends some Sega love.
Hey, what's up, Nerdfos? Retro Anime here, or if you like, R2. Here to talk about 6 new Sega Saturn games, well, new to me at least, that I've picked up recently and have absolutely had a ball with. I've enjoyed this bunch more than any so far, and I just can't wait to share with you what I got. So, without further ado, grab a beer if you need to. I've got one here. Sit back, relax, and hopefully enjoy.
I saw this game listed on eBay and I knew I had to get it. I loved the series when I was a kid. It's just a shame it only lasted 13 episodes. I have all the toys as well, so it was a no-brainer that I had to get this. And boy, am I glad I did. At first I thought your character was too large for the screen, but as I played it, I forgot all about it. This game is awesome. Memories of the series came flooding back, and again, having that CD quality music just rocks. Even the blurb on the back of the case is epic. Just listen to this. His sword slices the air inches from your face. You realize his next furious swing could mean your death. His size, his power, his savage strength are stunning. You can barely breathe, let alone fight in the face of the evil Baron Dark and his skeleton legion. As Prince Lightstar, you alone are the final defense against the terrifying Skeletal Brigade. This is no easy task, for Baron Dark holds half of the mighty Lightstar crystal. With it, he can change anyone with an evil heart into an evil skeleton slave. You must stalk him. You must conquer him. You must not return without the crystal. You need to put the forces of good and evil back in balance, and if you fail, you and your once peaceful world will pay. Now, if that doesn't make you want to play this, then hopefully this video does. Pick up this game if you see it at a good price. So no Saturn collection would be complete without a Virtua Fighter game, and I think this one is my favourite. Well, I haven't played the rest yet, but I can't really say it's my favourite, but I'm going to anyway. D would want it that way. For a 3D fighter, this is the best, and I'm not too keen on the newer Virtua Fighter games on the PS3 and 360. I think they lost their charm as they got newer. But this game to me is still very playable now, and I'm having an absolute ball trying to master the moves of all the characters. I'm sure I don't need to tell you to pick this one up, but pick this one up. I hear there are others in the series, so I'll be looking out for those in the future.
Ready, go!
I don't like sports games. Let's get that out in the open straight away. But I do like golf games, especially weird and funky ones. Ones like Panya Golf on the Wii and Everybody's Golf on the PlayStation franchise. So when I saw a golf game that had volcanoes in it, I thought I better check it out. Valora Valley Golf, while not as fast paced as the aforementioned games, I still enjoyed it a lot. I didn't find it too challenging, but I certainly came back to try and beat my previous score. The levels are bright, and I found myself checking out the scenery on more than one occasion. Overall, I liked it. And I hope there are more out there like this. Look, if you guys know of any, please let me know in the comments below. When I first got my Saturn, I heard it had some awesome shoot 'em up games. So I researched a little, and the first one I came across was Galactic Attack. The second I saw it, I wanted it. I found it on eBay and got into a huge bidding war with someone, and I finally won it. I think I paid around the $40 mark for it, but I think it's $40 well worth it. This game looks, sounds, and plays awesome. It has a cool lock-on feature that can destroy a few enemies at a time, kind of like in Panzer Dragoon. But that's another episode. Now, I can't tell if this game is hard as balls or if I just suck. I probably just suck, but that's okay. I'm having a blast going through it anyway, and that's all that matters. Look, I won't go on too much, but just check this out for yourself. No secret that fighting games are one of my all-time favourite styles of games to play, and I heard that the Saturn has an amazing library of them. So I picked up Rise to Resurrection, and I'm still not sure how I feel about this game. I don't hate it, but I don't want to marry it either. You have 18 robot-type characters to choose from, and they kinda all look like your generic style, so I just decided to pick the most generic-looking one. Or whose name that so happened to be Cyborg. Now the backgrounds, they were not very exciting, and I think for the first time, I didn't actually really enjoy the music at all. Even the voices didn't sound that crash hot. The controls, however, well, they weren't too bad. But if there was super moves, then it's got me buggered on how to do them. I'm pretty sure I had the option to do a fatality. Sorry, I mean an execution at the end of the second win, but again, I couldn't figure it out. This game is strangely addicting, but really hard in the later stages. Look, I'll definitely try and complete it, but it's only through stubbornness, really, more than anything. Okay, now for what I consider the cream of the crop from this bundle. Street Fighter the movie, the game. Possibly the greatest title for a game ever. Now I know what you're thinking. How could this game be any good? Well, that's quite easy. It's Street Fighter the movie, the game. I love the movie, and I love this game. I'd never played it before, and when I popped this bad boy in, I wasn't disappointed. So clearly the makers of this game were inspired by how popular the Mortal Kombat series was with the real life digitized looking characters. But not only are the characters digitized, but the backgrounds are too. Are too. Anyway, straight out of the movie. All of the characters do the same moves from the other Street Fighter games, and I loved every second of it. The controls were quite responsive and definitely didn't hinder on the gameplay at all, and I reckon if I had an arcade control stick, then this would be even better. Although the music was only okay at best, I can forgive that because it's freaking Street Fighter the movie, the game. Not only do you get to play as all the standard characters from the movie, but Sawada gets his first and possibly last appearance. My only nitpick about this game is it's a little easy. I played through as DJ and I owned just about everyone. Well, I did own everyone. Even M. Bison at the end was no match for the might of DJ. I was always just, a little bit shattered that he never got to show his moves in the movie, and, I can rest in peace now, knowing that he could have caused some serious trouble. This game may not be for everyone, but it's in my collection, and I love it.
You win!
Well, that was it, guys. Thanks for sticking around and watching that. That was awesome fun for me to play those games. Like, really awesome fun, and possibly the best out of any bunch that I've gotten so far. Those 6 games were amazing, and I've got them here. And if you have guessed by now, yes, they are the American ones. They're in the hard plastic casing with the white covers. Got them for a great price from a guy here in Oz, and yeah, so I picked them up. And if you're wondering, how did I play them? Because I have an Australian SNES. SNES, I wish. I have an Australian Sega Saturn. And the way that I played them was, I got this Action Replay Plus. And it basically is an action replay, so it has the codes on there, so I can have infinite lives, infinite ammo, all that sort of jazz. 4 meg memory card as well, so basically I can save my games on it. Also, it's a 1 meg, 4 meg expansion RAM set, because some of the games, they actually require a little bit extra RAM to make them run a bit smoother and play well and all that sort of stuff, and get you the really better graphics. And it also allows me to play all the different games from Japan, America, and all that on my, basically games that aren't PAL, on my PAL console. And it would work vice versa for American consoles, so they could play PAL games. But that's all it is. It goes in the expansion slot on the system. And I want to thank my good buddy Sinistral Arc 6 for getting me onto this one. I wasn't sure which one to grab, and he told me to get this one. And it works awesome, buddy. Thank you very much. He's also responsible for me getting into a lot more Sega than I have before, basically ever in my life. So I'll link his channel down below. He's a really, really good guy. Definitely show him some support because he supported me. So yeah, that's it. Definitely check those games out that I've been talking about for the last 10 minutes or so. I'm sure there's a game there for somebody out there. So all I can do now is raise my glass, which was on the floor. Say cheers. Thanks for watching. And hopefully next time, episode 4 won't be too far away from episode 3, as episode 3 was to episode 2. Cheers, nerdfos. That was a good beer. That was a really good beer, actually.